What's up, guys? Dre here. Thank you for tuning in. First and foremost, I just want to say I hope you guys are staying safe. We're going through a crazy time right now through this crazy pandemic. But with that said, now, especially for all of us men, now is a time to really rise up, to step up, and to refrain from fear, to refrain from, losing control and allowing our minds just to run rampant. Right now I see, with everything on lockdown, I see one of two things, really. I see everybody either losing their minds, stressing out, panicking. I see so many people just full of fear. Or on the other spectrum, I just see, and it's mostly young adults, I see them just taking this time to fully relax, to fully just go lazy mode, and to fully just straight up kick back, and which is okay. Like I've said previously, I've been taking this time too to kind of I've been taking some days to kind of chill out a little bit, spend some time with my wife, and just kind of enjoy this quiet time right now in my house. And so right now, my dad has always told me, your downtime is your prep time. And while the world is kind of losing their minds right now and losing focus, rather than damming up, rather than withering away in fear, this is a great time to get ahead rather than to regress, right? It's a great time to, if you're a husband, if you're a father, if you still live with your parents, your brothers and your sisters and siblings and all that, right now is a great time to spend family time. If things have been a little off with your family, right now is a great time to get together with your family and build those roots, man. Get rooted in that family time, right? Another thing, especially, I've had countless friends over the years say, I don't have time to do what I want to do in life, man. I've had friends that came up to me and talk about how they want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have the time. I've had friends come up to me and say how they want to start getting into personal. They always ask me, Dre, how do you find time to read every day? I want to read. I want to get into personal development. I just don't have the time. I've had friends countless times tell me, I want to get close to God and I want to get into my word, but I don't have the time. And so what better time than right now? This downtime, this time where we're on full lockdown mode right now, and what a better time than now, to start using this time to your advantage. Use it as an opportunity to get into a new rhythm, to really dig deep and create a new routine, create some new good habits. So by the time we blow past this, and this blows over, you've created a new routine in your life, right? But most importantly, I have so many people right now commenting me, DMing me, texting me, absolutely freaking out, right? And so as men especially, I think it's a good time to focus on, and you might have heard me talk about this a little bit in the past, but really focus on your tempo. Tempo is absolutely crucial, especially as a man, and especially in this time right now, this crazy time that we are in. And by tempo, I mean, the pace that you kind of live your life, the pace of your mind, and just overall create a mellow tempo, right? to be calm. It's important to be calm in life. It's important to, as a man, to set the tone in your relationships, especially if you're a married dude. It's important to set that mellow tempo in your household. When conflicts arise, when you maybe get in a fight with your spouse or whatever, or your girlfriend, or even your friends for that matter, it's important to stay calm, relax, set that tone in the relationship. What happens is when conflicts arise, and say, couples do this all the time, they attack each other. And as soon as as soon as that first person, it takes one person to just be like, you know what, and to come with humility, to calm down, to be calm, and to say, hey, yeah, I'm sorry. What happens every time when the first person says they're sorry, what happens? The other person usually says, oh, you know what, I'm sorry too, man. My apologies. And all it takes is that one person to just relax, calm down, and to come with love, come with gentleness. So with that said, creating a mellow tempo in your life is so important. When you wake up, it's important to, rather than grabbing an energy drink, grabbing coffee, and in a hurry, heading off to work or whatever you got to do, meetings, it's important, even if you wake up 10, 20 minutes earlier, to just wake up and take that first minute, 2 minutes of your day to pray. Thank God for all the blessings in your life. Maybe turn on some nice mellow thinking music, some like calm, mellow music. Something that you can kind of maybe meditate to in the shower with. But it's important to start your days off with, creating that mellow tempo, because when you create that mellow tempo, it sets a tone for your day. When you wake up all stressed out, in a hurry, that sets a stressful tone for your day. You're creating a rhythm for your day that's just running rampant, man. It's out of control. So it's important every day to create that mellow tempo, to relax, pray. And with that said, especially right now in these times, man, it's important. While everybody is, while the world is just in total chaos, and while everybody's in total fear and everybody's full of anxiety, it's important to create that mellow tempo, to relax, to stay in control of your mind. Because honestly, you guys, at the end of the day, we really have no control over what happens ultimately. I mean, you can do your best. Which I encourage everyone, stay indoors, stay safe. For young people like most of us here, like myself, even if the coronavirus hit us and we got it, we more than likely we're gonna make it through. We'll be just fine, even if that did happen. Being young and healthy, most of us are just going to overcome it like that, no big deal. But stay indoors, man, stay safe. You don't want to pass it on to more people or to elderly people who it can really affect, because every life matters, man. And so, but ultimately, at the end of the day, man, we really have no control over the outcomes of our lives. But what we do have control over is our effort and our attitude. And so today I really want to talk about, attitude. It's important to stay calm, like I said, create that mellow tempo, to have a good, positive attitude through this. Because if we have no control over our outcomes, and say the worst thing happens, say you end up, death happens. Say that happens. If I'm going to spend my last days in peace, in love with my family, my friends, right? I don't want to spend my last days fully stressed out of my mind, out of control, right? And that's worst case scenario. For most of us, though, we're going to be fine, man. Throughout history, man has constantly overcame different obstacles, kind of like this, even worse things. And so if at the end of the day, if nothing ends up even happening, if nothing bad ends up happening besides us just chilling in our house for a couple months at the end of the day, I don't want to be living my life stressed out through this time. Because when I stress out, I want to be stressing out my family members, my wife. I want to be in control. If you have kids, you don't want your kids flipping a noodle and being all in fear and living in fear every day. So it's important, man, as a man, to create that mellow tempo. Be cool, be chill, be calm. The Bible says, God says, be still and know that I am God. So rest in that. Lean into God during these times. Right? And, I think the president, about a week or two ago, he declared, I think it was 2 Sundays ago, he declared for it to be National Prayer Day, which is cool. I think that's great. And I think we should use that to inspire us to not just pray on a Sunday, but man, be in constant prayer, get in that rhythm with God, especially in this downtime right now. This time where we have a little bit more free time. A lot of us aren't working right now. We're not going to the gym. A lot of us are out of school. So take this time to really lean into God and get rooted in Him. Get anchored in Him, Anchor your soul in heaven, right? And to be in constant fellowship with Him, be in constant prayer with Him. And get your especially for those who have family, man, get your family rooted in God. Now is the time. A lot of people are saying this is the end of the world. This is the end times. I don't think so, based off of scripture and based off of what I have read. But it is a good time to kind of jolt you into, not to scare you, I don't want to say scare you, but to just to kind of take things a little bit more serious in your life. And to, it's a good thing to use to remember that this life, it's not forever. Tomorrow is not promised. And so it's important to get on track, man. Get in that rhythm with God, right? Worry is not the way, you guys. Fear is not the way. There's a quote, worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but at the end of the day, it gets you nowhere, right? So spend these days, this downtime, calm, relaxed. Use it to your advantage. Use it as an opportunity to catapult your life to that next level. If you've never really had time to really lock your diet into place and get on a good, nice diet, take this time right now, man, to get into a new routine, man, as far as your diet goes. I'm doing that. I'm doing it myself. I'm usually already on a good diet, but right now I'm really taking time to do even more research on the internet right now to figure out strategically what kind of foods and ingredients I can use to take my health to that next level. And I'm using this time right now. My wife and I just went out, which is something we never do. We went out on a walk, man. It was beautiful the other night as the sun was setting. You guys may have seen it on my Instagram. We took that time though to just go on a walk for like an hour, and it was beautiful, man. And I got to, we got to really talk deep and connect on a very existential, in-depth level. And it's good, man. It's just good to use these downtimes like this as opportunities to do things that you've always wanted to do but always never had the time to. And create those good habits right now. Get ahead of the game while everybody else is falling back, regressing. Right now, man, you can get ahead of everybody else. You can get ahead of the game. You can become better than you ever have been right now. So there's value in this time right now. There is absolute value in obstacles like these. Tough times, man, make tough people, make tough men. So use this as a tool, right? Build up your arsenal, man. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for listening today. If you dig these podcast type of videos, let me know. I definitely want to continue them. I love just being able to sit here and talk with you guys. not have to worry about doing all these B-rolls and, you know, all this eye candy stuff, but just to be able to talk to you on a one-on-one level, right? So appreciate you, love you. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's talk, man. Let's chat. I've been doing live Instagram stories on there, and I've been able to do just to communicate with you guys. And be sure to check out our Facebook group too, facebook.com/groups/individuals club, where all our individuals meet up and we just, you know, we talk about anything and everything. And I'll put that link down in the description below. But other than that, appreciate you guys. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you soon. My name is Dre Drexler. Shaka bra.